Hello. It
Hey,
is
how's it
Sunday.
going?
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Sunday fun day.
We sitting on the rooftop of the apartment that we're renting. We are in Hollywood, California, and we're actually
Hollywood.
we're actually in a place where we're able to see the Hollywood sign. We're not too far from the Chinese theater, but we just came up here to do our daily talks as we do and to take in the sunshine. How did you enjoy the trip?
You know, it's amazing because Nikki and I, if you follow us on our Live Beyond page with Dino and Nikki Salas, you see that we travel, and that's one of our main things that we love to do. Because it's kind of a self-discovery. It's like you learn
It
so
is.
many things about
Yes.
culture, people, where we are on a conscious level. I mean, there's so many lessons if you look deeper within, right? And for me on this trip, what I learned, one of the main things, I mean, there was a plethora of lessons, but the main thing that I learned was when we went to Mammoth Lakes, California. We went up to the summit in the mountaintop. We were at 11,000 feet of elevation. And what I saw was how little we really are in comparison to the size and the height of where we were at. And the air was so thin. It's
Yes.
like the spiritual lesson that I got in this was that the higher you go in faith and consciousness and just these different things, it's the air is thinner. It's different.
It's different. Yes,
It's
that's it.
different. It's
Yeah.
like, and it takes time to get acclimated. So I even asked Nikki, I'm like, man, what are we doing? Like, how do we get up here? And before we got to the mountaintop,
It's
we,
beautiful there,
we
by the
went
way.
through this fear because we had to go through the, what was it called? The gondola?
On the gondola ride.
On the gondola ride, and you're suspended in midair, and it would shake. And the
Nothing.
wind,
I mean, thousands. You just constantly going more and more higher up. Yeah.
and it's like I was questioning myself, like, what are we like? Why are we doing these things? But it's to tap into self-discovery,
Yes.
and go to places that you might be afraid of, but you do it anyway, and then you see the reward afterward.
Yes. So I want to add real quick, because we're getting ready to catch a flight in a little bit. So we went through some of the hiking trails, and we went to a hiking trail, and we were still in Mammoth Lakes, but we went to McCloud Lake, and we had to go higher. So we had got back down on the ground, what was down on the ground, right? The resort was at like 8,000 feet elevation, and then we went to the hiking trail, McCloud, that went up to like over 9,000 feet. I think 9,500 some feet, and it was challenging, very challenging. And I did want to, and did say to Dino that maybe we should just turn back and go sit back by one of the other lakes, because we love to hike, and we have been acclimated and becoming better with our hikes in Texas and so forth. But this was, like he said, a different place with different air. Like he said earlier, those are so many lessons in that. But I'm glad we went through and finished it. I'll get to the other side of it, because we had a beautiful reward, McCloud Lake, and we had the pleasure of meeting someone that gifted us with flute music, and as well as fruit to help hydrate us. Because another thing we learned, the higher you go up in elevation, the more water you need, because your body has to, adjust. And so we're here in Los Angeles, and we had the pleasure, the enjoyment of having some of the family come and celebrate with us and spend time with us, and we love it.
And like I was saying, if you're afraid to do something in life, don't let that stop you.
No.
Because there is a reward once you get past that
Yes.
that little breakthrough.
Yes.
But man, like she said, you want to turn around. Like what? Like no, I'm not doing. Like this is hard. No.
Yeah, you want to go back to what you're familiar with,
Yes,
and
easy.
what your comfort, where you're comfortable. But sometimes that comfort, what we call comfort, is actually discomfort. We're just used to it.
And once you get past once you get past that discomfort,
Yes.
you see with a different eye. Like man, I could have done it all the time if I wanted to, if I desired to. But that fear wants to stop it again. So I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
Because like she said, at the end of the lake, or at the end of the trail, was this most spectacular view.
Oh, heavenly.
It
heavenly.
looked, yes, it looked like a painting.
Mm-hmm.
It looked so surreal that, I mean, we were just immersed in gratefulness.
Yes.
Once we made it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had the pleasure of going through a Yosemite Park and so forth. And we just want to also send love to those who were so kind to us.
Yes.
And, you know, whether helping us throughout the hike, feeding us, just giving us great customer service, and also the resort where we stayed at, the West End. We appreciate you giving us the birthday gift, because we here, you know, we decided to come to California to go to the mountains and down here to LA for our birthday celebration.
Yes.
So
my wife's 50th
yes,
years young
yes,
birthday.
yes,
And yeah, I'm real happy to be here with her on her 50th.
yes.
We've learned this is our 11th year we're going on this year, and we're
Of
actually
marriage.
looking forward to another trip coming up
Yeah.
during our
And
anniversary.
we're going to share that
Lord
with
willing.
you all.
Yes, it's going to be fun, exciting, and new.
Yes.
And we're going to learn a lot together, and we will fill you in on how that goes.
And that is the best way, I believe, in teaching someone. Yes, we can say it, you know, with words, but we can even do it more when we just show the example. And that's one of the reasons why we share our experiences with you all.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because it's something to see a picture, right? And these places that we were at, how they say the pictures didn't do it justice.
Right.
You have to visibly be in the presence of it, because just hearing it and seeing it through a third party or a picture, you can't get that fullness of understanding. It's like, man, we were there. We're like, oh my gosh,
Yes.
this is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, and of course we can only say it and explain it so much,
Right.
but I definitely recommend you guys doing that for yourself, because you will not be disappointed.
You know, I just want to add something real quick. You may have heard me say on my channel about what you admire, you acquire, and that is true. You know, I know we speak of manifestation, but me and Dino choose to say more of visualization. You know, not only, like he said, see it on a, you know, you see it in a picture, though we take it in, right? When we are seeing things, hearing things, it is being fed through our mind. But I say that also because I sit here, and as we're sitting on this rooftop, we can see the Hollywood sign right here in front of us. And I recall so many times where I would watch movies and different films where I would see that Hollywood sign. And I would play it over because I've always been a movie lover. I would immerse myself into movies and shows and become truly one with it, so I can like take in all of what is given me. And it's not just only the Hollywood sign, you know, the observatory, which we had the pleasure of sharing that experience
that was
with
nice.
With our family as
We
well.
saw Saturn.
Yeah, we saw Saturn. Yeah, we went through the telescope, and I even remember that's one of the reasons why we came here, down here to LA, because we wanted to go to the observatory and see the stars, because we're star
Somebody's
gazers.
fascinated with the stars in the universe.
Yes.
But I'm not going to mention no names.
But we were blessed. We were given even more than that. You know, we didn't even expect to see Saturn that night. And one of the people at the observatory was like, hey, you know, you can come look through the telescope. We have a great view of Saturn tonight. I'm like, you know, and like I said, not only that, see, that's one of the reasons why we should be grateful. I encourage you all to be grateful, is because that's what helps manifest. That's what helps us visualize. So when we think of things, we say, thank you for this. Thank you, God, for this. God within you and the God of everything. Thank you. Thank you for watching this movie or TV show where I see the Chinese theater, which is another place we saw. Chinese theater, the observatory. And the more you put that in your mind, see that into you, it becomes a part of you. And then next thing you know, you're physically
let me
there.
give you an example of this visualization that she's talking about, at least for me. So when you decide to do something in your mind, such as when we, because this trip was planned maybe about
some months ago.
Yeah, months ago, right? So when you start to put that in the like my wife says, in the forefront of your mind or in your heart, that I'm gonna do this, I want to do this, it'll happen.
Yes.
But if you focus on how you're gonna do it, or the money, or this, it actually distracts you and take your mind away from the actual destination. So let God do that. You just focus on God. I want to do this. If it's your will, I want to do it, and this is my will, so I want to do it. And if you keep that, don't let nothing distract you or pull you away from that, because it can, like she said, that visualization, like you'll be looking here, I'm going to California. And then all of a sudden someone comes over here off to the side and says, hey, look at me, I need this, I need that, we're going to do this. And then you take sight off of your vision to put it on someone else's vision. So it's sometimes where you have to put it on the things that you desire in your life for you and allow it to happen. But you will be tested. You'll be tested if you really, really want to do this.
And distractions will come and so forth. And that's one of the reasons that we practice, or should be more, right? More in awareness, is to know when those, because the distractions are gonna come. It's just part of life, right? So whether you want, wherever you want to visit, or whatever what you want to do, we choose our thoughts, right? And we choose the thoughts that we continually see into our minds. So and what we admire could be different things, whether it be a movie or a TV show that I'm seeing with the Chinese theater or the Griffith Observatory, or it could be something else that's opposite. We don't want to bring up that word, right? But you know what I'm talking about, opposite the positive. It all works the same. It all, universal law, spiritual law, it all works the same. Whatever we are consistently feeding our mind, we bring it into existence. So
keep your mind on the impossibilities, because with God, anything is possible.
Yes, we wish you all well, and thank you for sharing, or allowing us to share our lives with you.
See you on the next one.
All right, bye-bye.